Hey everyone, this is Zzexplorer here. Um, Last week we kind of got an update on what was going on within the Dominion series in the EU side of things, where they actually finally started checking what their players are doing. They should have been doing from the first place. And here's a statement: an update on the Dominion series EU finals. Last week, we received claims about alleged account sharing against various players participating in the For Honor Dominion series. With the competitive integrity as a core priority for the competitive ecosystem, we have been following up on these claims alongside our tournament organizers. After investigation, the proof shows that players I'm Herman and Hiren Oof from the team Tylenol and Friends engaged in account sharing with two unregistered players that competed in their place for multiple Dominion Series competitions. Furthermore, Solips from the team Oversleepers was found to have played with Team Nova $100 in the LCQs, now eliminated from the competition with one of their players' accounts. According to the For Honor Dominion Series rule sets and for the For Honor Code of Conduct, impersonating other players and competing with unregistered players are strictly forbidden and can result in disqualification. The competitive integrity of our esports ecosystem is one of the highest priorities, and we will not tolerate a lack of commitment towards these rules and the stakeholders involved in our ecosystem. As such, Team Tylenol and Friends have been disqualified and will be replaced by the runner-up in points in their circuit, Extra Cool Gatchers. Additionally, for impersonating a player from another team, Solips has been disqualified from the competition, and Team Oversleepers have been allowed to find a substitute player to replace them. Now, I don't know. This has been kind of an issue for a while now with people using shared accounts, and Ubisoft doing nothing about it really. And also the underage players that have been in it. I'm pretty sure they said Herman and Hiren were both Antonio, and I forget who the other guy is. Oh yeah, Normie. But this isn't the first problem that the tournament's had. It's had many problems throughout the whole year of its span. I mean, I don't think anybody really cared for a whole year-long tournament, to be honest. The underage thing, honestly, I think that should be pushed up to 18, but I mean, whatever. Now, what's the problem with this? Honestly, the problem is that they're doing this a week before the finals, and given the time that they've had to look into these teams, to look into all this stuff, when everybody in the community has been basically saying you guys should check in on this kind of stuff, a lot of people have been warning Ubisoft about a lot of things like underage or account sharing before. It's only recently that it started getting brought to light for some reasons, not really sure why. And I don't really want to speculate or anything like that. It's more or less just them deciding to finally come out with something about it and actually do something about it. A lot of the competitive players already know what's going on and have tried warning Ubisoft about certain things like account sharing and underage players or foul play. Even recently, something about an ex-competitive player came out where apparently he was allegedly scripting. I mean, I don't really know. I watched the video. I mean, to be fair, it looks like it could be it. I'm just not gonna, jump the gun and say that he is or anything like that, or he was, because he hasn't played the game in a while. But regardless, these things weren't checked, including during the time that any of the tournaments were going on, any of the qualifiers were going on. They kind of relied more on screenshots of Discord stuff or whatever, rather than checking their own, tournament, checking their own IPs, checking things like that. I don't know. I just believe that this is kind of a mess. And if they plan on doing anything with the Dominion series in the future, they should really look into, actually doing something about this kind of stuff, because it's not good, just to say the least. I understand the problem with doing everything not LAN. When it comes to a tournament, you're doing everything via everybody from home. Maybe it's not as easy to check. I mean, I don't obviously know any of what's going on over there, but if they had the opportunity to actually check through the IPs and do everything now, I don't know why they didn't do it from the first place. From what I understood, even like when it came to the papers that everybody would sign, not necessarily papers, but I assume emails. Every time that they would do the waivers for the major and stuff, they would definitely not have anything more than just "Are you 18?" and then they check it and that's it, which gave a lot of people leeway to go in unless they had some sort of proof that they were particularly not 18 or something, and they wouldn't really check further with anybody claiming that they were being delegitimate with their game or anything. I don't know. I wanted to kind of just talk about it for a second, just because not really much has been said. A lot of people still don't know about this, and it kind of makes the game look bad in a way. I mean, to be fair, again, they should have been doing something about this a long time ago. They should have been doing it from the very beginning of the tournament, including the prior tournament, the original Dominion series that came last year. But they didn't do it then, and they're just doing it a week before the finals. Is not a good look, in my opinion. The worst part about it is it delegitimizes any of the players that actually were playing, legit. Like anybody that actually followed all the rules, didn't cheat, didn't script, do anything like that. Like it makes all the competitive players look like we're all just trying to cheat our way to the top and stuff. And obviously, when it comes to a competitive game, there's obviously always going to be something like that, some sort of outlier like that. But they should really just, have tried a little harder to look into this kind of stuff, especially with people claiming and talking about it. And only recently have they actually checked anything. Now, from what I understand, what they are planning on doing is they're planning on having people that are in the finals stream with their face cam on, making sure that they log into the game, do that. They have a valid ID, I assume. They're having them play with the task manager open to make sure there's no script. And these are things that they should have been doing from, the very first Dominion series, just making sure that everything was legit and, under control. I hope that Ubisoft fixes their problem with this kind of stuff, and they actually, going forward, they make sure with everybody that they're actually doing everything legit. And I mean, honestly, again, I don't like the 18 plus rule, but I mean, if that's their rules, players should enforce it, and they should enforce their rules, obviously trying to actually make sure that they are of age and stuff, or make sure IPs. I know obviously it's easier said than done, but at the same time, if they want to not have such a bad PR look like this, they should probably actually look into this kind of stuff, because now all the competition is going to be basically gone. All of the players that were actually in there basically gone. Supposedly originally they had disqualified, I think, 3 teams, but then they reinstated them and allowed them to get subs because a lot more teams were caught with certain players or something like that. I'm not entirely sure on all the details. I mean, I know some of it. I just honestly just don't want to get into all of that without everything coming out. But yeah, this is a little different from what I normally do. I just wanted to talk about it for a second. If you guys like this kind of stuff or whatever, with me talking about things going on in the community, I could, or anything like that, just let me know. Comment, subscribe, do all that kind of stuff, and I'll come out with a new video sometime soon, hopefully. I don't know. Probably. I've been uploading pretty consistently lately. All right. Thank you, everybody. See ya.